Side swipe galore at the front. Oh, what's going to happen here? The back. Looks like Mr. Brisket and Don Teaser both making early. Oh, no! He's going for it. Where's he going to be? Anyway, as the community. Oh! No! Yeah, it always turns to shambles. But our specials talking to shambles. Oh my days! And that look, I'm gonna call this early doors. That looked like a takeout. Oh no, Spoon! Oh no! No, this ain't a ball, please. Oh! 123.9. Oh no, there's a late winner. He's that. Well, Spoony out of nowhere. Six without their one event. Oh, what a rubbish track we joined that was. What a move. Is he going to make it stick though? Tough corner to make it stick on. Is he going to go round the outside? Unbelievable. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Fantastic move.
The most dynamic commentary duo on Twitch.
The fastest growing racing community on Discord.
Welcome to the NoobGamerz.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the NoobGamerz Studios. Tonight is Thursday night. No, it's not. It's Monday night, the start of a brand new week, and it's the second race tonight of our brand new ACC season. Tonight we hit Barcelona. Last week was a lot of fun, and I'm sure tonight will be just as good. So welcome everybody to your Monday night entertainment. There's only one goddamn place to be, and that's right here on NoobGamerz TV. And as ever, I am joined by the man, the legend, and his name is Jamie. Good evening, Jamie.
Good evening and happy Thursday, Ryan. How's your week been so far?
Yeah,
already,
I mean, it's one day, so yeah, I mean, the day's been good. It's been good, yeah.
Started on a Wednesday, did you this week? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, mate. I mean, it's been a shambles from start to finish tonight so far, so why not throw that in as well? Why? What the damn hell? It's not Thursday, so it's come back. Mass, don't worry. Ryan's just catching up, but he's caught up now, Ryan, and we're back. It's Monday night, ACC. Second go. We're doing it again, so something must have gone right the first time, I guess.
Yeah, I think last week was very successful. The drivers seemed to enjoy themselves. I think even we enjoyed ourselves, Jamie, which is, you know, rare for ACC, because normally the game crashes, the server crashes, the broadcast and stuff crashes. But tonight, only the server has crashed so far. So we're 1 out of 3. Hopefully the other 2 don't come into play.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the hope, right? Yeah, our tools worked quite well last time, so let's see how we get on. Good Monday so far.
Yeah,
Busy?
not too bad. Yeah, bit of work,
Right.
you know, just
Bit
mainly mentally preparing for tonight. Really, that's what I
Was
spent
it?
my day doing.
Yeah. Cool. Well, welcome to everyone joining us for ACC. Sorry again for the very slightly delayed start. Right, but we're in now. I can see the track. There's actually free practice is just about to finish. So then, Ryan, there's no more messing around after that. We're straight into the action. Qualifying, where it all matters.
Certainly does. It's ACC time, ladies and gentlemen. So here we go. Free practice all done. Round 2 of our very first ACC season. Over 40 drivers there were last week. How many we got in there tonight, Jamie?
Let me have a look. We're up to 38, which, considering the server only just switched on,
Yeah.
that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, 38 drivers plus, because I'm sure some boys and girls will be making their way over right now. They're getting ready for another night. And Jamie, I'm told this track should give us some thrills and spills. But without further ado, let's head over to qualifying, shall we?
You know what? Let's treat ourselves. Let's go for it.
Let's go for it. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the NoobGamerz. Your Monday night entertainment starts right now. We're into qualification very shortly, 20 minutes before a 1-hour race, 1 mandatory pit stop tonight. And we know we're going to have some fun. So let's go, people. Oh, good evening then, ladies and gentlemen. Let's reset this into qualification mode. Boomers. There we go. And we're going to jump on board, Jamie, early doors with last week's winner.
Right.
It was, of course, Daniel Blomqvist. Jamie, talk to me about him.
Yeah, stunning performance, wasn't it? It's taking the win. In the last couple of laps from Revox, I believe it was, Ryan reeling him in over the second stint post pit stop and claiming that victory in the end relatively comfortably with a few laps to go. He'll definitely be up for the fight tonight as well, Ryan. Excellent track, this one. Real classic track. Some brilliant corners. So I'll be expecting some more action. Let's just check the old field again. Yeah, still 38 drivers in there, right? I mean, 38 cars out on this track. Absolute scenes is all I'd say. Let me just check. We've got his nemesis from last week, Revox, in. Of course we do. Of course he's here, Ryan.
He's raring to go, Jamie. Absolutely raring to go. He's currently just making his way out in the pits to get his first qualifying time down, Jamie, which I'm sure he'll do successfully.
Yeah. I mean, do you remember last week qualifying was amazing, wasn't it? It was topsy-turvy right to the very end. I think it was Ja, wasn't it, that actually stole pole right at the death with an unbelievable time, and then had all sorts of issues in the race and wasn't able to convert that into serious points. So, you know, plenty of super quick races out there, Ryan. Do not count on just those two we mentioned early doors being the ones in contention. I think the good thing about this field that we've seen so far is you'd probably say there's 6 or 7 maybe every week that could conceivably win this race.
Absolutely, yeah. And we're about to find out who's going to win race 2. Big up to Took, though, early doors. Subscribed for his 27th month, ladies and gentlemen. That is crazy. So really do appreciate that, Took. Great to have you on board, and good evening to good night, 11. Good evening, my friend. Are you racing tonight? Hopefully you are. He is. He's in the pits. He's just chilling, just having a little bit of a relaxing moment, which is good to see. But Toasty Toad asking the very important question: what Project Cars 2 mod is this? He asked, James.
This is the Assetto Corsa mod for Project Cars 2, actually, which gives us a slightly different looking game, but yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Is it?
That'll rile them up, right? That'll rile them up.
I was going to say, is
the
it?
fanboy won't like that, will they? No, it's all right. It's good times, good times. Don't worry. Project Cars 2 action back on Thursday with, I mean, what was an unbelievable start to the new touring car season, right? Can't wait for more of that.
Absolutely ridiculous it was, yes. I mean, loads of people tuning in as well on Thursday. But tonight, we're putting Project Cars 2 aside. We're opening up ACC. We're in the midst of qualifying now, 16 minutes to go. And there are a couple of times, and guess who's top, Jamie? He's not here to mess around tonight. He's straight back to the top of the leaderboard with a 1:44.2, Abhishek Shah. There's your marker, Jamie. Is anyone going to get under that?
I have absolutely no idea, Ryan. It's very early days, 15 minutes still to go. But yeah, I mean, we know he's super quick. And last week we mentioned, didn't he, that qualifying time he put in at the end of the session was just mind blowing. But he just, you couldn't convert it. And it just goes to show with an hour race, Ryan, and a mandatory pit stop, there's so many things can happen. You can never count your chickens or, whatever sort of like, farm-based bird you wanna go with, actually. So
Farm-based bird. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plenty of people yet to set times, Ryan, so expect this to change, the scene to change. But yeah, plenty out there. Should we maybe spend the next 5 minutes having a look at some of the drivers in the lower down in the field last week that we didn't necessarily get to spend much time on because of the intense battle at the top, Ryan? Who have you got for me?
Let's go for it. So first up, we've got David Corso, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, Big Dave. Out there for ML Fry Lexus Racing, Jamie. Not someone I remember talking about last week. Tidy little livery, though. Currently in 34th place.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously not set a time yet, right? So plenty of people yet to set times. You can see there, 24th down, no time set. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, a few people asked last week, or were disappointed, I would say, that they didn't get much stream time. But it's often the way, Ryan, and especially it's difficult with 40 odd cars. I think we had 44, didn't we, last week, or something stupid. And there was just the battle at the top was so intense, wasn't it? So yeah, let's give them a bit of time before you move on to the next one, Ryan. Toasty Sode saying, what a downgrade. Took saying, don't mention PCT on an ACC stream. Well, I've bloody done it, Ryan. I've done it already. That goes down quicker than Salah in a penalty area. It doesn't really make sense, does it? That goes down quicker.
It does. Yeah, I mean, the line makes sense. The line makes sense standalone, but in the context of the original
That's what I mean.
Sentence, he's let himself down a bit.
I get the joke he's trying to make is brilliant. It's a great one, but that goes down worse. Is sort of, that's what you sort of want, isn't it? Anyway, Toasty Toad, hope you guys are having a good Monday. Yeah, not too bad, thanks, mate. I hope you are too, Ryan. Who have you got for me next?
Next up is Ray Younger. Apologies for me eating this early on stream. Didn't get time for any. Maybe I'll have to do live pudding.
I mean, you don't have to have pudding. I've got an apple sat here.
Well, no, I'm one of these people that every time I eat a main, I have to have something sweet. Otherwise, my like body's like, you haven't finished your food yet. Like, so I need something to cap it. So I just got a couple of sweets to tell my body like my food's ended.
Okay, what have you gone for?
Just a couple of squishies. But Ray Younger, we're on with Jamie, and he's racing for Rinaldi Racing in 33rd place with a number 333. Jamie, it's almost apt, isn't it? All the threes.
All the threes. Come on, Ray, don't be so greedy. Leave some threes for someone else. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what Ray Younger has got in store for us tonight. Duke, I just wanted to show him. He's made another mistake. Come on, Ray. Shove in a salad joke before I go off and check out some VR movies. Duke was giving us a little, trying to give you a little treat, wasn't he, of some VR films the other day, and his wife walked in behind him without him noticing, almost caught him looking at some interesting stuff. But he got away with it, right? It's the fine margins. It's those sort of adrenaline busting experiences that make life. So there we go.
Exactly. And hopefully, Mrs. Duke has just overheard exactly what we've spoken about. All good. But anyway, the big question is, he's obviously bottled it this week because he should be out on the track, but
I think he was concerned he wasn't quick enough last week, Ryan. Didn't enjoy it perhaps as much as he thought, so he's obviously absolutely out of heads, gone early doors, right?
So we've got a very early
fatality before the event even started. I mean, come on now. Oh dear. So anyway, who's next for us, mate?
Peter Van Innis, Jamie, 38th place, number 76, Westall Racing. Talk to me.
Big fan of the Westall Racing boys. It's a well-known racing. I've never heard of him, but yeah, Peter Van Innis. It is a name I remember from last week. I think he did have a few battles on stream, if I remember rightly. So another one to watch. It's hard to comment really on any of these because you don't know how quick they are yet, or not.
Exactly. However, Jamie, Martin Foster is in 31st place. He's back. He's up to 27th now after his lap. He's just crossed the line for GPX Racing, and you, of course, know what that stands for. Can you tell the people at home what that stands for?
Yeah, Grand Prism Xylophone.
Okay. You love
Is- is
racing
the-
names like that, don't you? They're your
It's the
favourite.
Grand Prison Xylophone Racing Team.
Yeah.
Yeah, love all those random letter names. Yeah,
Hmm.
who was the one that was like? Oh, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like Flame Dragon Racing or
Oh,
something.
I
Do you
don't know.
remember?
Yeah.
It was something like that. I much prefer that. Just go balls out with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, at the top of the leaderboard, Jamie, Martin Olivieri has
Oh,
decided to join the party this evening.
he has.
Newer
He has.
racer, first time he's raced with us tonight. He actually asked in the Discord channel just before if he could join. Just
Yes.
casually in second place, Jamie. So looks to be one of the quick
Yeah,
boys.
Very casually, we got a cozy in third as well. Bluntfist, like you said, Shipston there. Omar Revox down in seventh. Do you remember last week actually? Revox was languishing in qualifying most of the way through, and it was only near the end of the session he managed to put in a representative time. So plenty of time. Maybe Revox is someone who likes to sort of arrive late to the party, right?
Maybe, but we'll find out. James Buckley in an eighth, Bostrom ninth, and Gavin Baker, who had a tumultuous time last week. Jamie, up and down all over the place, wasn't he? Getting stuck
QB,
into
yeah.
loads of races. He's in 10th place against Andy Wilkins, who he did share some track time with throughout last week's race. But currently, Abhishek Jha, with 9.5 minutes to go on the clock, leads the way. Still, that very first time, Jamie, of 1:44.271, still the quickest time, even though it was the first time put down tonight.
Yeah.
So, is anyone going to get closer? And Gavin Baker has got a little bit closer and is now up to fifth.
Pretty close to Olivieri, isn't he? One that's sticking out for me, Ryan, is Legionary Andrew Webb down in 32nd currently. We saw him qualify comfortably top 10 last week. Got good pace. Maybe just, a bit of a surprise. Out of position, I'd say, currently, right?
At the moment, yes.
He is on a better lap. But still, I would say definitely out of position.
Yeah, definitely out of position. But anyway, we've got all sorts of cameras here on ACC, of course. We've got all sorts of cars. We've just got everything here, haven't we, ladies and gentlemen, in ACC? We've got your company. I've got Jamie's company. What more could you possibly want for your Monday night's entertainment? To confirming, though, Andrew is on the source, ladies and gentlemen.
Is he ever truly off the source, Ryan? That's the question I'd ask.
Yes, that is a fantastic question. But yeah, he's just trying to get around the track at the quickest he can. Car 999, Cop Art Racing, 30-second. Jamie, is he going to better his time? Yes or no?
Yeah, absolutely, hugely. 2.5 seconds up. He is going to massively improve, but it's still only good enough for 17. Still 1.6 seconds off the lead. I mean, I think Legionary will definitely be sort of in his head aiming top 10. I love this first corner at Catalunya, right? Look at this sweeping round. This first sector is amazing. Get the throttle out, sweep round here, and this corner is amazing. I wonder whether we're going to see any sort of balls out overtake attempts around the outside of this long sweeping right-hander ride. That is always good fun to watch.
Yes, it will be very interesting to see how people get on. Any more movers and shakers inside the top 10? Nothing's really moved, although we did see Gavin Baker shoot up, which plummets Philip Bostrom down to 10th place, so just inside the top 10, 7-star racing. I just love going for all these different racing names because obviously you can put in whatever you
Team
want,
names.
and it's quite interesting just to see what people go for. But I'm going to test out some of the TV cameras tonight, Jamie, and there are bloody loads of them. But big up to Hadi15 Husseini, Jamie, who's dropped us a cheeky follow.
Oh, well, welcome, my friend. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Please let us know if you're here to support someone or just dropping by and watch the race. Shipston about to improve from 6th, Ryan. He's about 4/10 up. Could send him 3rd, and it does send him 3rd, in fact. So there we go. About half a second off the lead. Shipston on the podium, I believe, last week, Ryan. Again, another example of his brilliant, sort of patient, consistent driving, just picking his way through the field last week, wasn't he? So if he starts even higher up this week, Ryan, could we see Shipston maybe go one better and try and get that top spot?
Potentially, yeah, potentially. He's got a good opportunity. He has a really quick time, just over half a second off the pace, which isn't too much in league racing. Questions from the chat, though, asking how's Flibbity getting on. Well, he's not going as quickest he's ever gone before, Took. He's just sat in the pits at the moment in 19th place. And JHig011 asking, where is Tam Hamill? Well, I can tell you, he's out on the track in 23rd position.
A fantastic time showed good speed last week, Ryan. I can also tell you that Martin Olivieri in second place is currently about, he just had a wobble. He was about half a second up on this lap. He's only 3 seconds off pole, but he's had a big wobble there. He's lost a few tenths. Tenths, did I say seconds?
Just
I do
3
apologize.
seconds off pole in second place.
Just, yeah, sure. I mean, it wasn't far off that when Shah put in that lap at the end last week, was it?
That's fair.
3:10. So this is going to be very, very close if he can hold this sort of pace until the end of the lap, which he's approaching now, about 15 seconds to go. He's very close. He has gained through the last chicane, Ryan, so I think we could see a new pulse here.
Well, we're on board with him at the moment as he comes around that final corner. What's Martin Olivieri got in the locker? And he's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He's sneaked in a 1:44.082, which takes him into tonight's pole sitting position in this qualification session with only 5 minutes on the clock. Can Abzekjar return the favour, Jamie?
Not on this current lap. It's invalid and he's down on his time. So he's just starting a new one right now. So let's see what he's got in his locker. Meanwhile, Daniel Crinson putting in a great time, Ryan, to improve from 16th up to 7th place. I seem to remember Daniel Crinson got a decent bit of screen time last week, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, the name certainly rings a bell, and of course there are 40 drivers we're still getting used to, as this is only the second week of our ACC brand new league. So, we're still learning people, aren't we? Learning their traits, learning their strengths, learning their weaknesses. But we know one strength of Abzekjar is qualification. Put that in the strengths column, pros and cons. Pros, good at qualifying. Cons, likes to mess up the race by crashing and spinning and not actually finishing in a decent position. That's his pros and cons list so far.
Based on one race, yeah.
Yeah, that's all we've got. That's all we've got to go on.
I was going to say bad news for Jar. Martin Olivieri is also improving his time, but it is an invalid lap. One to watch, Ryan, is Shipston, who's 3/10 up again on his best time in third place. Not going to be quite enough currently to grab that second, but he's definitely getting closer and closer with every single lap, Ryan. So Shipston, given his race consistency over the long 60-minute stint, don't rule him out from taking this race, I think, tonight, Ryan.
Well, let's have a look. He's going to cross the line now. Does he improve on his time? He does. Minor improvement on his time, but does hold that third place position. Chris Okozie still in fourth with Daniel Blonkers, last week's winner, still in fifth. But Daniel Holmer, Jamie, speaking of another Daniel, up into the top 10 now in 10th place from Team Simpact Racing, pushing Tom Revox, James Buckley and Philip Bostrom, who were all inside the top 10 outside of those positions.
Blindshed was on a blinding lap, Ryan, and in the very last chicane he absolutely got it all manners of wrong, and he's had to give up on that lap. Real shame for him. Holmer going to improve again, it looks like, by another 2 or 3 tenths, Ryan, which may gain him, and he's up to 7th place. There he goes, pipping Daniel Crinson. So this is obviously the teammate of Blomqvist who won the race last week, Ryan. Currently these two guys 5th and 7th. So it just goes to show, doesn't it? I mean, last week's 1st and 2nd are currently 5th and 11th Revox. Again, having a really troubling time in qualifying. He doesn't like qualifying, does he? It would seem. So it just goes to show the quality in this field, I think.
Absolutely. Really strong field here tonight, and a really strong field off the track as well, as we're gaining momentum with Ringo 951 and Pazor 109. Dropping us some follows on the channel. Welcome, ladies and gents, to the NoobGamerz, and welcome to the second race of our ACC season. Hadi Husseini asking, what platform is this? Took did give him the answer of PC. And if anyone wants to get involved with the nearly 1,000 strong in the Discord sim racing enthusiasts, the Discord link, I will post it again just so people can get involved, Jamie.
Do it. Don't you dare let anyone say that you wouldn't do it.
No.
Ryan Revox about half a second quicker on his current lap. He's coming very close to the end of it if you've got time to jump on with him.
Of course.
We could see him moving into the top 10 here, starting to make his late qualifying move like he seems to love to do. 1 minute on the clock, Ryan. He's going to gain. He's not going to get near pole, but he's certainly going to be improving here. Let's see. And there he goes fourth. So there we go. Revox again leaving it late, Ryan, but again putting himself within striking distance of the win in the race. So, starting 12th is a real challenge to win that race. Starting 4th, you got a chance.
He has got a chance indeed. Stopping himself with perhaps getting a little red in the face through embarrassment and dropping outside the top 10. He's now up to 5th place. And hopefully for him, all his team and colleagues at Red Face Racing will have a good night tonight. But yes, Daniel Blomqvist, though, Jamie, jumping up, last week's winner, now into 3rd.
Wow.
He's in the pits. His work is done, but he'll be a very happy bunny with that.
Top 3 all in the pits, Ryan. Top 4, in fact. So, Ja settling for 2nd place, Ryan, which given his qualifying dominance last week.
Settling, Jamie. You're doing him a disservice. Do you think he's settled for 2nd place?
Well, he's not out on the track trying to improve it. That's what I mean by that. He's in the
yeah.
pits with time left. He could be out there, Ryan, but he's not. So he's obviously decided he can't get near that Olivieri time. So I'm just basing it on last week's qualifying dominance from Ja. Maybe he's a little bit disappointed. It's definitely a lot closer. I mean, Blomqvist, mere thousands of tenths off Ja, very very close as well, and Shipston not much further behind.
Indeedy. We're just on board with George McDonald, who's currently up on his current time, hoping to squeeze some time up the leaderboard. And with my favourite racing team name of the night, Punty McPuntface is his racing team.
And that is the team name. Hadi Husseini, do you know any PS4 leagues? No, I don't, Ryan. Off the top of my head, I'm afraid. Are you aware of anything?
No, we are, or George McDonald's just jumped up to 11th. Fair play to him. We're considering the next move, if we are going to go into consoles as a community, will probably be Xbox. But my guess, and it is a guess, hit up the OTL Racing boys and girls, On the Limit Racing. They do all sorts of leagues, so they could be a good shout, I would say, Jamie.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they started on Xbox actually, so I do think they cover several of the consoles, or alternatively jump in the Discord anyway, join in, because there's 1,000 sim races in there, so I'm sure some of them will play it and have it on console as well. So always worth a try to ask, Ryan, as qualifying looks like it's coming to a close. Can't see anyone. Sorry, Stephen Cowie is a second up on this lap, Ryan. He's currently 33rd. He's just coming around the final corner now. He's definitely going to improve. Where's this going to place him? 27th.
Not too bad at all. Just check the Discord, Jamie. 963 people now in the Discord channel. I mean, that's pretty mad, isn't it? Pretty mad. But here we go.
Yeah.
The overall qualification times are this. Martin Olivieri grabbing in first position with Abhishek Jar second. We've got Daniel Blomqvist third, Tom Shipston in fourth, Tom Revox in fifth, Chris Okozie sixth, Gavin Baker seventh, James Butley in eighth, with Daniel Hummer ninth, and Daniel Crinson in 10th. So that is your top 10 qualification. Below that, we've got McDonald, Joy, Omar, Bostrom, Mullings, Wilkins, Webb, Van Innes, Blindshan, and Hamill making up the next 10 to 20. Beyond that, you've got Fliberty, Gibbert, Barton, Corsa, Jagea, Govier, 11, Cowie, Rowe, Annis, and Bryce down to 30. And then over 30 from 31 onwards, we've got Stevie Young, Cisco, Foster, Prescott, Younger, Roughneck 1, Morga, and Courage making up the 38 strong grid tonight. So that's qualification done. We're just waiting now. We've got a little bit of time in between sessions, as we always do, just to let the drivers have a quick break, sort some settings out, get themselves ready. But it is Martin Olivieri, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that lovely zebra car. And is he going to drive like an animal tonight and take home maximum points, Jamie?
I mean, certainly it's a possibility. Looking good in qualifying, but look at that top three, Ryan. Very, very tight between them in the split there. So, yeah, excited for this one, mate. Really excited for this one. Could be a great one. Love this track. Great cars. Great quality field here. I think there's going to be action all over the hypothetical shop, Ryan.
Indeedy. So here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we're on the track, which is great to see. Let's get inside the cockpit, inside the mind, inside the psyche of Martin Olivieri. Here he is. You can see him. He's not trembling, Jamie. Looks like he's got nerves of steel in that cockpit.
Yeah, imagine if they had like sort of like full-on motion suits on, so that their in-game driver actually replicated their nerves. We'd see some terrible things if that was the case, I imagine. Thumb Twiddler though, Ryan, he's joined us in the chat and he said, "Blew my last lap. Car 86 was his Crimson."
I'm just trying to look. The camera views on this are not good if you're
look
inside
at
the
this.
top 10. Look, just going to see Daniel Crinston's car. Just Catalonia is your home, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's not Crinston's, it would seem. He blew his last lap. Still, 10th place, pretty solid in a field of 40, Ryan.
Yes, exactly. Let's get a view from the back from Marek Kuric. And look at that, Jamie. They are raring to go. Fans in the stadium also absolutely buzzing for tonight.
11 it.
And we're gonna get some great racing, I think, Jamie. That's my prediction. That's the only prediction I'm willing to give.
Is it? You don't want to plump for a winner tonight here?
Well, I went for Abhishek Jha last week, and I feel like I might have cursed him. So
It was a
to
shambles,
keep it
wasn't
fair for the rest of the races, I'm not.
What about giving me a top 3?
Oh, jeez. That's harder, isn't it?
I think Shipston I could see Shipston sneaking another podium here, right? From outside
reckon?
the top 3.
I'm going to go.
Give me the 3. Doesn't matter what order they're in.
I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to go Olivieri, Jha, and Blomqvist. I reckon they're going to have a great race and just hold those top 3. There you go. There's a prediction for you.
It's so boring. Call yourself a dramatic commentator. Come on, you meant to dig up the
All
action,
right then.
mate.
Dom Joy, Gavin Baker, and Andy Wilkins are going to storm it from the mid pack.
You've heard it here first. Let's go, ladies and gents. I'm in. I'm bought in. Come on.
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, we're just waiting for the race timer to go down. Of course, they will have a little warm-up lap, a little, getting together, which I don't, I get it. It's GT3s, I get it, but I don't particularly like this format.
No, we don't like that.
We don't like this format. Thursday night project cars, it is. You're on the line. Let's get going. Turn 1 carnage, the lot of it. But they're underway.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously logic there. It's more realistic, and it does make the start easier with a 40-car grid. But my God, we bloody love the action of a standing start, don't we? The drama, Ryan. That's what we're here for, isn't it? Yeah. They're going to spend this lap warming their tyres, of course, getting the perfect temperature zones, trying to get the maximum grip off the line there. I'm just watching Revox, right, who last week made an excellent start, actually. Gained a place directly, a millisecond after they crossed the line. He was so on it. Yeah. And he's looking racing again tonight, all over the back of Shipston in 4th place here. So yes, Toasty Toast ready, Brian. He says, "Let's go."
Let's go. Yeah, let's go indeed. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Give you a sound effect.
Yeah, give me your favourite soundboard button. Go on. Pretty good.
That one for you.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
I feel like we need to use this one tonight, though, if someone ever crashes out that we like.
Yeah, that works well in particular timings for sure.
And if
Stop
someone
singing,
goes, if someone goes for a cheeky little, dive up the inside, we can just go.
I don't think the hardcore sim racing community will get that nerdy reference, Ryan.
But everyone gets this.
Do they? They do. Yeah, they do.
Come on then. This is what happens to us when we fall into this sort of trap, ladies and gentlemen. Because we're just waiting for the race and we just mess around while we're waiting for the race, don't we?
Just anxious for the action, right? That's what we want.
Tuke's saying he'll be doing the Wild Wild West. Well, of course, Tuke. Everyone knows Wild Wild West. Wild West.
Famous.
Rough Rider. Yep. No, you don't want that. And none of this sits gun and this brother running this Buffalo Soldier. Because like I told you. Any damsel that's in distress, be out of that dress when she meets Jim West. Shall I carry on, or are we good there?
And of course, if Will Smith is listening, then feel free to drop a sponsorship on the channel. That'd be absolutely fantastic.
Exactly.
Imagine that. Will Smith gets in touch. Ryan, I heard you're famous for singing my song.
To be honest, what other stream on the entirety of Twitch is repping Wild Wild West by Will Smith? So we're unique, if anything.
Yeah, very few, if any,
Yeah.
to be honest. But, they might be the one. Anyway, we're getting pretty close, Ryan. They're bunching
go.
right up here.
Oh, look at this.
I want you to give me some absolute full throttle Murray Walker top commentary for this start. Big it up, mate. Yeah, come on.
Go!
Go on then.
Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Martin Olivieri gets us underway. Abzexjar sits in behind nicely with Daniel Blomqvist maintaining that third place. But do
No,
not
here
believe
comes
the
Remark.
leaderboard early doors, because who knows what goes on with the leaderboard in
Ja
ACC,
in the lead, Ryan.
but it is crazy.
Yeah, Jar, it hasn't updated, but Jar has taken the lead off the line. Revox was momentarily up from 5th to 3rd, but he's actually dropped right back down again, and it's Shipston who's now got 3rd place, with Blomqvist in 4th, Revox in 5th. Absolutely, the leaderboard has absolutely no idea. So as Revox dives up the inside of Blomqvist, doesn't make a stick, and he's going to get taken back past. So Shipston 3rd. The leaderboard's having its standard lap one absolute meltdown now, so let's ignore that for a bit. But I can confirm on track it is Jar in 1st, Olivieri 2nd, and Shipston in 3rd place, Ryan.
You're telling me that T. Bryce is not in 1st position?
I'm telling you, yeah, 100%. T. Bryce, I do apologise to Mr. T. Bryce. He is not currently in 1st position.
He's currently 15th, but he's doing well. Solid bit. Well, it's told me he was 15th anyway, but I could be wrong.
Who knows, mate?
Who knows? Anyway, Abzexjar we're on board with at the
There
moment,
it
who is in 1st place. Martin Olivieri and Shipston just in behind. Last week's winner, Daniel Blomqvist, in 4th, with Tom Revox 5th. This was a pretty strong opening start to tonight's proceedings, but Abzexjar, Jamie, getting a great start so far.
Yeah, got the move done very early, was just a bit quicker on the jump start there. So the big gain is him and Shipston moving into those podium positions earlier than I expected, Ryan. He's normally sort of a long game sort of player, so if he can hang on in 3rd, Ryan, if there's any issues with the top two, Shipston's there. He is there. G Baker in 6th, though, right on the heels of Revox and Blomqvist, and we're going to have 3 into 1 here, Ryan.
Oh, God. Oh, this could get messy. Tuke, let me know which one you particularly liked. I enjoyed your laugh into that. I enjoyed it. Yeah, 3 into 1. We're going to get 2 into 1 now. Oh, it's a little bit of a coming together, a little bit of argy-bargy. They sort of fan out across the track to avoid some sort of, accidents and things. But I think we just about got away with it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Cozy got through, Holmer got through, Gavin Baker, the big loser there, down to 8th place, Ryan, trying to make that move. Tyner Mullins right in behind him as well. It is very, very close all over the grid, as you would expect, Ryan, and particularly those top 2, Olivieri, all over the back of Abzexjar. Yeah,
let's have a quick look in on that race. There are, of course, plenty of races, as Jamie said, all up and down this grid, but Martin Olivieri not letting Abzexjar get away here. So this could be a fantastic race. They have pulled just a 2.5 lead out so far over 3rd place Tom Shipston, who you can just see there just in behind, so he's within striking distance should anything happen. The beeps and the awful Murray Walker bit. Yeah, I mean,
did you do the Murray Walker bit, or was that a sound effect? I can't remember.
There is a sound effect on here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Pretty bad.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Shipston, Shipston's so consistent. I've said it a few times, but look at him, right? Already got a gap. Both sides of him in 3rd place. This is the sort of race he runs, isn't it? He quite often on his own, but just super consistent.
Yeah, exactly. We have to just jump down a little bit, Jamie, to Daniel Homer, who's in 7th place, who's just in amongst this train of cars, Jamie, which looks sensational just to see all these cars lining up, because it just gives people a great opportunity to pass. They're just queuing up.
Yeah, we got Mullins, Baker, Holmer, Okozie all sharing that straight together, as Baker might looking interested on Holmer here, Ryan. And he's going to have a move. He's very late. He's just testing the waters. He does go for it. He's relying on Holmer, giving him space, who does. But I have to say, Mullins is actually forced very wide, because he came straight onto the back of that. And Mullins loses a place to Dom Joy, Ryan. So position switches constantly, but you have to say, an absolutely balls out move from Gavin Baker there, Ryan. Yeah. I thought he'd left that too late, but he got the move done. Very much relying on the honesty and respect from Holman there, and luckily for him, he got
Yes.
it.
Very much so. Very much so. Interesting question that I genuinely would like the answer to. I'm just going to use TV camera a little bit because it does give you some really cool shots. But I'd like to know from the chat, do we prefer helicam so we can sort of see a more rounded idea of what's going on? Or do we want it like they have on telly and we get the TV camera action going tonight? Please let me know in the chat. It is a genuine question tonight, as Bada Payne answers the only question of do I want the sub tonight, and his answer, Jamie, is yes.
A resounding yes, Ryan, for the 5th month in a row. Bada, 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 bang. Yeah, welcome, my friend, to the stream tonight. This battle for the lower top 10 is fantastic. James Buckley and Philip Bostrom, Ryan, both catching up as well in 11th and 12th to try and get stuck in. And Flippity Gibbity up in 13th, Ryan, having a fantastic race so far.
Yeah, exactly. Took saying both. Okay, well, I'll try and flick between two, but if anyone else has got any views, please let me know. I genuinely would like to know.
They
'Cause,
got all the
we've got
views,
a
mate.
bit more of expansive camera selection for ACC, and I am torn between Helicam, which gives us some great views, but the TV stuff does like good. Try and get a shot of the crowd. They should all be wearing face masks. Yes, they should. But we made sure everyone's had the vaccine before they come in, Jamie.
Jeez, yeah, NoobGamerz get priority vaccine doses above national governments. Ali Omar, Ryan in 14th place, putting serious pressure on Fliberty, who makes a mistake. I'm not sure if you're on with him, but has a little wobble and it's very, very close. Omar now on the inside of that turn 3, very long right-hander. Looks like he's going to be able to hang it out here and stick that move for 13th on Fliberty Gibbs. There it is.
Looks that way, yeah. Flipping to give it in 14th place. Got Tam Hamill chasing him behind him as well. And there's a coming together. Oh no, he's got to go careful. Flibberty taking a little spin on the corner. There's people trying to go down the middle of two cars that span.
No. Oh,
that
look
could
at
have
this.
been a lot more messy. But up in front, look at it all going on in front, Jamie.
Yeah, we got Omar McDonald, Andrew Webb getting stuck in. It's absolute chaos there. It's fantastic to see Omar, Buckley. I mean, the leaderboard has got absolutely no idea
I was going to say,
what's
no
going
idea
on.
what's going on.
Andrew Webb apparently is 21st, but I'm seeing him as 17th now. But he was, oh God, it's absolutely all over the shop, right? That's all we can say. But what I do know for sure is 8th place Holmer and 7th place Baker are not going to stop having this battle tonight, Ryan. I'm sensing a 60-minute battle between these two. A duel, you could say. Duel of the Fates. Have you got that sound? Or
No, I don't. What's the closest sound I've got to Jordan? No, I mean, I've got...
I can just do it for you if you want.
I have got this.
That's definitely the closest thing to Duel of the Fates I could think of.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good to know. Good to know. Philip Bostrong making a move onto turn 1, on D-Joy for that coveted 10th place, Ryan. But D-Joy, Dommy, the Domster, Joy Dog, Joyinator, Joy Division, making it stick, Ryan.
He is, yeah, Philip Bostrom now in 11th place. But let's have a quick check up the top as Abhishek Shah continues to hold that position, Jamie. He's approaching the very first back marker of the night as well, with Olivieri just under 2 seconds behind now. So got some work to do.
Yeah, the top 4 or 5 actually quite sort of comfortably split out. Just a couple of seconds between each, just maintaining that delta whilst also protecting their tyres, right?
Exactly.
But Kelly controversial. If even a short clip from I Believe I Can Fly, if that counts as controversial now, Ryan, then I'm not sure what. I'm not sure I want to be involved in the world anymore.
No, exactly.
Yeah, he is too, sure, but you know, good song though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. People still say Jim will fix it, and they aren't necessarily talking about Jimmy
you may
Savile,
be going a
so...
bit far there, mate.
Yeah.
You may be going a little bit far.
Well, our own Jimmy H official.
They weren't saying that for a
we're
while.
always
with
saying it,
Server
aren't we?
tonight,
Jim will
were they?
fix it. We say it like every
Well.
week because there's so much that goes wrong here that we have to keep saying it.
Yeah. Are you comparing Jimmy H official to Jimmy Savile? Right
No,
now?
I'm just using the same.
Just to
turn.
clarify.
No, I'm just using the same turn of phrase. Don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Anyway, Philip Bostrom is in 10th place, Jamie, and he's got James Buckley for company. I wonder if they're racing friends.
I hope people get that reference because I bloody enjoyed it. Yeah, there's quite a big gap between them actually, right? So it's an odd one for you to call out, but I'll let you off.
That's weird.
A better one might be...
Who's these two racing them? Who's the yellow car who's just overtaken Philip Bostrom?
That is, I believe, Andrew Webb, who is very
That's not
weirdly out of
Legend's
position.
car.
Is it not?
No.
Who? Philip Bostrom.
Philip Bostrom's just made the move on Daniel
Right.
Joy. Sorry, my apologies.
Bostrom is the yellow car.
There
Dom
we
Joy
go.
is the black car. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is the problem. With
You
this
need to figure out
software
how
we've
to
got.
get your names on, mate.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good. Can anyone tell me how that works? Because I've tried everything that people have told me, but I don't
Have
think
you?
on broadcast mode you can have the names on the
I've
actual
got it on.
cars. How did you do it then?
I don't know. It's just always on. V apparently.
All right, well let's
That's
try
not
it,
bad,
shall
man.
we? V.
It was always on.
Nope.
for me. What
Doesn't
camera are you on,
do
right?
anything. I'm just using broadcast mode. I'm currently on Helicam.
Let me
V
try.
for names.
Oh yeah, it goes off on Helicam. To be fair, for me as well.
Okay. So what
There's the
camera do you
camera.
use most of the time then?
I just leave it on chase in the race because so I can see the battles closer.
Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Helicam.
So
doesn't
that's
like
fair
it,
enough then.
So if I go
Helicam's not
to
bad.
chase cam quickly then press V. Okay, so names stay on
Got 'em.
there. Good.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm assuming it'll just stay on. We're just still in the midst of testing. So we go to Helicam, they obviously disappear. If I go
Yeah.
back to chase cam, okay.
Should
Well,
still be
let's leave them on, shall we? Let's leave them on for the other cams.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, F4 for date of birth. Wowzers. Cheers. Do they feature on TV cam? Okay, they feature on TV cam as well, so that's good. Let's leave the names on because it can get a little bit confusing. Is everyone happy with the names in chat? So I think it'd be useful.
TV cams are quite cool, aren't they? Actually.
Yeah, pretty cool. Right, what else we got going on, Jamie? Call out a cheeky race for me, and we'll go to it.
Let's have a gander. K Govia in 20th, Ryan. Talk to me.
Let's get on with Carl Govia.
Kyle and
he's
Gibbet.
got all sorts of company going on at the
Yeah,
moment.
he does, and he's made the move on Gibbler actually, but Stephen Cowie wants a piece of the action as well.
Ooh, this could get a little bit tasty. These three cars go in battle, but Carl Govier is through. Liberty Gibbet just in behind now. Apparently in 20th place, but obviously not because he's behind him. But we also have Stephen Cowie getting involved. Oh, wowzers!
Gibbles!
Whoa, no,
Oh,
Flibberty
Flibbly.
taking a spin again. That's the second spin
no.
we've caught of him live on stream.
Oh no!
And he's going to be devastated with that if he watches it back, isn't he? Because we've
He
caught
will.
both of them as well.
Just to clarify, Flibberty, I don't keep getting your name wrong. I'm just testing out different nicknames for you. But when I called him the Gibbler a second ago, I thought I better just clarify that wasn't an error, right? You might be wondering. Yeah,
Right,
the
have we got
Gibbler.
any battles going down 30th
Bottle.
and beyond? Let's feature some other drivers tonight.
It's hard to see. Let me. Ben Cisco, 34th, Ryan, in a battle with Tigger Stew. Two NoobGamerz stalwarts here, Ryan.
Lovely.
Having a battle with 33rd and 34th. What do you think about this?
Well, let's find out what we think about this by watching this thrilling battle. Stuart Annis versus Ben Cisco. And I wonder, Jamie, has Ben got his thong on tonight?
The thong song. Yeah. Oh, sing that for me, please. That's a cracker song. Come on.
Wanna make your body work? Wanna make your body go? Of course, I know all the rubbish songs, Jamie.
That is not a rubbish song. It's
It
cheesy as hell, but it's an absolute banger, isn't it? Let's be honest.
I mean,
It gets you moving.
it is.
Too livid you didn't use the fatality soundboard clip.
Yeah, it wasn't a
He's
proper one,
absolutely
though, wasn't
livid.
it? Wasn't
He fatality'd himself, if
yeah, it
anything.
wasn't that.
Tigger Stew making a move, Ryan, on someone that looks. Who's that? Kuruk. Oh, that's
Kuruk, yeah.
where's Kuruk?
It is a
Kuruk
back
out of
okay. He's
position.
apparently in 52nd position. We don't have
I can't even see him
52
at all,
drivers.
Ryan, on my thing. Like, oh no, apparently he's in 32nd on mine.
Oh, it says 52nd on mine.
Oh, this is confusing.
What's going on? Who's that
Tigger
girl so
Stew.
scandalous? Yeah, combative mass knows it. He absolutely knows it. Obviously the next line of the song, combative
Go on.
mass. You know, we won't perhaps get away with
Why?
saying it live on stream.
What's the next line?
It involves the N bomb, Jamie. So
Yeah,
we'll
Tigger.
hold off. We'll hold off on that one.
You need-
Oh no.
Ryan, talk to me about 18th place Van Innis and 17th place G Rowe. Give me some insight. Let me see it with my eyes.
Well, we are going to see it. Van Innis in 18th place and 24th position at the same time, but he's trying to hunt down Gary Rowe at the moment. He's in a little train of cars as well, so he's got some in front, some behind, and he's got to watch both sides, Jamie. Use both his senses, the front of his eyes and his mirror.
All the senses, Ryan. Yeah, absolutely. He's inventing new ones. That's how on it he is.
Yes.
Gavin Baker as well, closing in on Chris Okozie, Ryan, 6th and 7th this battle. Now, don't forget, obviously, we've done quarter of the race so far, 45 minutes to go. We do have a mandatory pit stop. No one's pit yet, Ryan, but they are all going to have to pit at some point. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, because last week we got quite a mix of strategies, didn't we? Revox going early, if you remember,
Yep.
and maybe it costing him near the end of the race where his tyres were just a bit shot and he ended up giving up the lead.
Yes, no, agreed. Yeah, he was, perhaps made the wrong call, but hey, still raced well. I love the fact Combatus Mash just popping the word ginger in there to change the lyric.
That's the way to hide that word, I think,
That
officially.
is definitely the way to. Imagine if every use of the N-bomb across music culture was just replaced with the word ginger. We'd have some very interesting songs.
It might ruin my love of Dr. Dre's 2001 album a little bit, actually, to be honest. It'd be a bit odd, I think.
Yeah, ginger, please.
Oh God, I've just thought of so many terrible things I should have said, but I'm not going to say any of them. I'm not even sure we should say M-bomb, should we, if I'm totally honest?
Oh, how else am I going to reference that word, Jamie? I mean, I'm not going to say it, am I?
You could reference it. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Oh, you know what D. Holmer's point is, though, Ryan? He wants to get mixed in with this Okozie Baker battle, and he's right on the tail. Here we go.
He certainly is. I mean, Combative Mass just popping all the other words we could use.
That's a South Park classic, isn't it? No,
that is,
seen that clip, right?
Yeah, so good. It's
Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that's absolutely.
Come on then, Homer. What you got for us, son? Let's see
on.
if you can get up the inside of Gavin Baker. But Gavin Baker is a tough cookie. So these numbering system, Jamie, talk to me. Gavin Baker currently in 18th place, apparently, with Homer in 36th, Chris Okozie in 38th.
Where are you looking? That's
If
their
you
car numbers, mate.
Yeah, but it's not their car numbers, is it? Because Daniel Homer's in car number 79.
I've got absolutely no idea what that number is. Yeah. Is it remaining fuel or something?
No idea.
Absolutely no idea what that number is, mate. The good news for you, though, is the track temperature is currently optimum. Around 20, the air temperature is around 25 degrees ambient, track 33, with no wind to speak of, Ryan. So absolutely perfect conditions for these cars. If you were worried,
I
I
was
know
worried.
you do get concerned about things like that.
Yeah, I was worried. Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
42 minutes to go of this race, and our absolute nonsense here in the studio, though, ladies and gentlemen. But glad you're sticking with us live in the NoobGamerz studios for your Monday night entertainment. And there is racing all up and down this grid in Barcelona. As Mr. Worm, number 1, he's grabbed the first name of Mr. Worm, Jamie, and he's dropped us a cheeky follow.
He's popped a 1 on the end and he's gone for it. Yeah, I'm loving that. Loving that. Hilarious clip, South Park. Well, yeah, it is absolutely fantastic. Is it the car number you can choose it to? Well, I thought that, but then Ryan's very quickly proved that wrong, that theory. So, yeah, don't know. Hopefully someone will let us know at some point, Ryan.
Hopefully. I've not seen an episode of South Park since the film.
Some classics in there too. You'd love it, actually. Actually, I would have thought that'd be right up Tuke Street.
I would have thought so as well. I thought he'd be all over South Park, to be fair.
Yeah.
But anyway, great racing here. Abzak Jar still leading the way. Martin Olivieri not too far behind though, just under 3 seconds, should I say. Off that lead was Tommy Old Shipston, about 9 seconds, 10 seconds off that lead now. But looking good. Daniel Blomqvist maintaining 4, Tom Revolt. Oh, excuse me, a bit of a hiccup in 5th.
All right.
With Chris Okozie just up the way, we can see just here in 6th place with Gavin Baker and Holmer doing their best to catch, with Bostrom and Joy not too far behind as well, Jamie.
Yeah, great news, mate. I've solved it. I've solved the mystery.
Go on.
The number. This is like Lost. What do the numbers mean, Ryan?
Yeah, what do
Are
the
they
numbers
lottery
mean?
numbers? No, it's ping.
Oh.
Boring,
Boring.
no, just
That's
ping.
well
Just live ping. You
live
can see a cozy
ping.
change slightly up there. Yeah,
Oh, dear.
Baker's loving it. He's got a virgin.
I
Baker's
wonder,
on
I
virgin.
wonder if there's a version we can turn. Can you just have names? Because I mean,
Yeah, you
having
just press
live
V.
ping is but I don't want the ping numbers.
Yeah, you cycle through. I think you have it with or without. Oh, I
No,
swear you had
no,
it.
you
Just
just
the
have.
name.
You can just have just that.
I'm
Apparently.
sure you just had the name. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought I did as well. Why am I suddenly getting ping? Anyway, again, if chat can help, please do get involved. I did miss Revox. Yeah, you're right. So, Mr. Worm, I humbly apologise to you because
What have you done, mate?
I went through the top 10 and I just, for some reason, didn't read out the name of Tom Revox, who's in
Not
fifth.
interested in him.
Um,
Last week's podium finisher, second place, Ryan Revox. It is interesting, though, isn't it? Fourth and fifth this week were last week's first and second, and it really just show the strength of this field, right? It's
Yeah,
very close,
absolutely.
even at the top. Olivieri only a couple of seconds behind still.
It certainly is, yeah. I mean, this little race is going on pretty well, though, to be fair. These three sticking together like glue, Jamie. A lot of rubber building up on the track as well. Now, a few little skid marks as well, where people have perhaps not applied the brakes where they wanted to in the right sort of manner. So, yeah, the track getting the full usage. I just figured you just didn't like him. I mean, we like Tom Revox here, Jamie. He's contributed well to the Discord channel in his early days of the NoobGamerz as well, which I like to see. I like people getting stuck in and trying to lend a hand and some opinions on stuff. So, he's ingratiated himself well into the community.
Revox giving some great helpful tips to some of the newer ACC drivers that have come from the news community absolutely after last week's race. So, yeah. Very good to see, always. And like you said, Ryan, this battle, 6th, 7th, and 8th place, really hot up now. They're all very, very close. No one's sort of gone for the first move yet, though, have they? No one wanting to risk it. I'm just going to jump on with Andrew Webb in 15th, Ryan, because he's got his own little three-way menage a trois. You're going on. Blanchard and T. Hamill there, 13th, 14th, and you guessed it, 15th.
Indeed. Tam. Blanchard Webb. Is that a name of the next sitcom? No, it's not. It's 13th, 14th, 15th who are racing here at the moment. And I wonder what the view of Legionary's like. Let's jump on board in cockpit cam and just see what he's looking at the moment. All we do know, Jamie, is Blanchard has got ping at 46.
Yeah, he does. Andrew Webb got excellent ping, only 16 now. Whereas Blanchard struggling with the big numbers, the big 4-5 there, Ryan. Yeah, not making a big difference so far, but Blanchard definitely driving well in this sandwich. Legionary again, Ryan, struggling a little bit more on this track perhaps than last week. He was solid top 10 last week, just finding it a little bit hard to get out of this mid-pack at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, there's very accomplished drivers all over this grid, it has to be said. So that's the challenge with getting caught up in the mid-pack, because we know Blanchard's been around the block, he's been racing with the community for a while now, whether it's PC2, he plays a bit of Project Cars 3 as well, obviously some ACC, so, he's a very accomplished racer. Tam Hamill, obviously we're getting used to him as Blanchard. Did he just go into the pits, or did he just bin it off there? No, he just binned it off randomly. What are you doing, Blanchard? Just so saying how much of a accomplished racer he is, he just decides to veer off the track. Oh dear me. But anyway, Tam as well, consistently top 15, what we've seen from him in the ACC events he put on so far. So it is tough to get out of this mid-pack, has to be said.
Ryan jump onto 22nd quickly because David Corso, a name we've not really seen, is making an almighty attempt to move on Goodnight 11. Goodnight 11. He can't deal with the pressure, Ryan. And that's not the right circuit, mate. He's gone on the other circuit. He's gone for the alternative circuit route there, Ryan, and he's lost the place. The battle was intense, and he got in his own head, I think, and missed his breaking point there.
He certainly did. He was on a mission to pass, and ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't a good move for him.
How many times have you heard that sound clip, Ryan, on your PC?
Shush now.
About once every 25 seconds, right?
What are you trying to say, Jamie? I'm not playing COD at the moment, so I haven't heard it for a while, yeah?
You're not very good at it, right? Or...
Yeah, well, let's not talk about it.
You would be good at it if you played it properly and used the cheats like everyone else, right? So don't worry about it.
Exactly. Use the cheats like everyone.
Exactly. If you use the hack tools like everyone else, you'd be fine. Right, G Baker, though, getting very close to a cozy now. very, very close. Holman dropped off a bit, but I feel like Baker is pushing his advantage before the pit stop phase, Ryan, and he wants to get this car cleared.
Ooh, that is tight. As Gavin Baker gets a little bit close to comfort than he would have liked on Chris Okozie, but they're going to do their best pass. Back marker in the way as well, caused a little bit of bunching, but they are through now. And Chris Okozie has got a little bit of open air now, Jamie. He needs to put his foot down, try and get away from Gavin Baker here, but that is going to be harder to do than said.
Yeah, clipping the curb there. Crinson massively out of position there, being lapped there, Ryan, which is a shame for him. Just remind me, and I apologise in advance if this is not the right person, and my memory's failing me, but is Chris Okozie the guy last week that had a couple of incidents where he was a bit overzealous and had a few taps on other people? Was that Chris Okozie? Or have I misremembered
No,
it?
there was definitely someone, but I don't think it was him. I want to say it was a blue. I think it was Tam Hamill. In the blue and white car. Yeah.
Have I just absolutely slandered Okozie?
Basically, yeah.
Absolutely. 100% libelous from me there.
Yeah,
so
basically.
If Okosie's lawyers want to get in touch, feel free. He
well,
does have a ping of.
Don't get in touch. So just
he can't afford lawyers if he's got a ping of 41, right? So.
don't.
I'm only joking. Come on now. Good evening, Theg. Good evening.
Good evening, Theg. What up, boys? Well, the Sky and this great racing here with 34 minutes to go, Jamie.
Yeah, Revox is slowly clawing in Daniel Blomqvist, the guy. Don't forget who overtook him, I should say, last week in the last few laps to take the win. Revox now looking for his sweet revenge as he closes in, and he's getting pretty close now.
Yeah, now I'd like Theg's opinion on the names versus no names debate. What are you saying, Theg? Obviously, you're a video master, microphone disaster, apparently.
Yeah, I was hoping to get on with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
But are you liking the names? I mean, they're really useful for us while we're doing the commentary, just to see them every now and again, just so we can keep an eye on people. But do they make the stream better? That's what I'd like to know. But Revox is certainly catching up Blomqvist here, though, ladies and gentlemen. He's having a right old good go, and he's trying to get in that money of the podium positions.
He is. These two definitely drawn to each other in both races. Unfortunately for them, this time it's not for the lead, but they're still having a cracking battle and top points on offer here, Ryan. A little interesting though, Shipston. He's just checking he's still running, because there it is. His delta time was hadn't updated for ages, and I was starting to get a bit worried that he just disappeared from the game, but he's still in there. Again, absolutely textbook Shipston drive yet again, Ryan. He's got a 6-second gap behind him. He's got an 11-second gap in front of him. Solid podium, absolutely solid as you like. That's our boy Tom Shipston, isn't it?
Certainly is. Well, the general consensus is only 2 because actually answered the question, Theg. So we've got the consensus of 1 so far, hence why I'm just trying to garner some additional opinions. But generally, I'm hoping. Mr. Worm likes them. Good. Okay. Cool. So we're just going to.
They're very helpful. They're very helpful.
They are very helpful. Yeah. Because the leaderboard does tell lies every now and again when moves are happening.
Yes.
Whereas at least with Project Cars, that's the one thing that Project Cars does get right. Even if you've got a millimetre ahead, the leaderboard will reflect that. Whereas here, if you don't know the colours, and there's obviously a lot of them, we've got 40 races here tonight. We don't necessarily know all the liveries off by heart. It just helps. It just helps.
Hi, Ryan. I think Mr. Worm thinks that you are Jimmy.
Oh, imagine if I was Jimmy. Wow.
Christ.
That'd be bad. If you could get rid of Ping, that'd be cool. No, you're absolutely right, Theg, but I don't know how to do that. If anyone does know, please let me know and I'll do it.
It's funny because I think I probably say the word Ryan like 10,000 times per stream. But I might start calling you Jim from now on.
I could try and look like Jimmy. I've just got some gloves there. I'll be Jimmy with a big beard.
Combative Mass with an excellent point, Ryan.
Hello.
Jimmy. Hello, Jim. You actually spit of it.
Yeah, hi everybody. Just going for a walk actually. It's 8 p.m. at night.
About how we should be vegan.
Yeah,
Who cares about it?
Really should be vegan. Yeah, just stroke my beard. Oh yeah. Is that better? Is that better, everybody?
Yeah,
it does. Yeah, combative mass. It does make a great point. You're
We should be spending
subbing.
our whole week researching this.
Yeah, we should. But unfortunately, I don't think our wives and children would appreciate that.
Well, my employer would probably have an issue with it.
Yeah, well, it's all good.
Yeah, that's
You got too much on top, says Duke. Yeah, I mean, I haven't got like a bold cap I can pop on quickly, unfortunately. But, yeah.
Well, Feg, come on. You're saying they. Come on now, Feg.
Jamie does. I'll give him that. Jamie does. I've
Not
got
all,
no idea,
some,
but
some. Not all of them, but some. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ryan. Yeah, but the thing with that is, Feg, Ryan actually actively goes out of his way to not know them now. He
Yeah.
specifically doesn't even want to learn them because it's funnier for the joke of the stream. So
Yeah, exactly. It's like you've got exactly combative mass. I mean, I literally just sit in NoobGamerz Discord all day. Don't say anything, but just monitor it, keeping an eye on people. We've got a little notebook where we're just making notes on everyone. As Bostrom is one of the first people in the pit,
Yes.
if not the first, Jamie. Although
No, we've had
another one in,
couple.
Abazek Shah's in as well, Jamie.
That's the big one from the lead, Ryan. From the lead, yeah. Dom Joy has pit. Gary Rowe has pit. Both a little bit further down the field. But yes, the first leader makes the move. There we go.
Yes, exactly. The other people on Monday night's new corner names. No, I get that. But
Did
they? Yeah, I mean,
one of them did, I think.
Yeah, one of them did. And I think the other one's actually streaming right now some race room action. So go and join him. Scottish Ian's got some race room going on with a few people just chilling in his stream. So if you want to know top corner names, he's your man. But at the moment we're streaming this and is ACC. Loads of people joining the channel tonight. Over 40 people watching at home, which is sensational scenes. Really do appreciate everyone jumping on board with us tonight for your Monday night's entertainment. And there's still 28 minutes to go of this absolutely cracking race, Jamie.
Yeah, going well so far. Jar is out the pits, Ryan, into 9th place. So dropped a few. It'll be interesting to see. Only 28 minutes to go, so half the race gone, just over half. He's gone early. He wasn't under any pressure. He had 3 or 4 second lead to Olivieri in second. He was, driving a pretty comfortable race, actually managing his pace and the delta. So clearly a tactical thing from Shai. Didn't need to do it. Wasn't forced into it. Obviously thinks this is the optimal way to navigate this 60-minute race. Let's see how it works out as Tom Shipston enters the pit lane as well, as we'd expect Shah to jump back ahead of him.
Yeah, he's past 1. He's got Fliberty done. Into 10th place now is Yar. Highest ping of the night, though, 166. Awful scenes for Abazek Shah.
This is what we monitor.
Yeah, Mr. Worm says, yeah, but then I've got to listen to Ian. I mean, it's an absolutely fair point. So, yeah, why not just stay here, Mr. Worm? And Took just says that's savage, but funny. Smashed off his tits on Iron Brew, says Combative Mass. Wowzers. I mean, he might be. Who knows? Right, Jamie, what are the battles we got rocking on? Tom Shipston now in the pits, Blomqvist in the pits, Holmer in the pits. Lots of people getting a bit in the pits, but have we got any battles out on track to shake?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Sure. Cool. Of course you do, mate. I've always delivered for you. Jump on with Wilkins. Wilkins, 22nd place, Ryan, right on the bumhole of Omar and Webb, not for much further up the track. Listen, I've taken a risk. It's not paid off. I realise my mistake immediately. Wilkins in an excellent battle here on the bumper of Omar, Ryan, with Legionary Andrew Webb. Just about, but again, we've seen Wilkins. That's the second person we've seen miss the break and get too far, and that's let Omar off.
Exactly. I mean, what other streams?
Big Nap is here.
Yeah. What other streams would you get the use of the word bumhole and the soundboard that says fatality? Well, that's why everyone tunes in. So yeah, welcome everyone, and what up to Nashi? What up, homie? Says Mr. Worm. What up, my ginger? Welcome, Nash. Welcome to the stream. Prefer it off from what I've seen. Okay, interesting one, Theg. Interesting one. But anyway, Jamie, let's see what else we've got going on tonight. Let's jump on board another battle. Give me a battle now. Go.
P. Bostrom, 9th place.
9th place. That's where we're going to go. Boom. We're on board. Philip Bostrom is going to have a right old doozy of Daniel Blomqvist. Is he going to go for a good old... Or is he going to be nice? What do you reckon, Jamie?
Well, you'd expect Blomqvist to pull away actually because he was running in 4th, of course, and he has now pit, which is what's put him back down into this pack in 8th place currently. But Bostrom sticking to him like glue actually here, to be fair, Ryan, which is excellent racing for him. Shipston back out the pits now, in behind Jar as you'd expect.
Yep.
So Shipston pitting from 3rd, Jar from the lead, Ryan. Olivieri, who was in 2nd, currently now running 1st, of course, yet to pit, having to pick his way through much traffic though, Ryan, so potentially going to slow him down. Revox is just making his way out the pit now, Ryan. He's pit from 5th, so let's see. Jar where is Jar? Yeah, I mean he's Jar's through. Sorry, the leaderboard yet again, Ryan, deciding to play funny buggers with me and not bother to update until about 2 laps later. But there we go. Jar definitely with the provisional lead of this race, Ryan. The only real question is whether Olivieri has been able to make any time gains on him, as Jar has had to come back through the pack. Olivieri is still not pitting.
Bostrom's trying to make a move here, Jamie, on Daniel Blomqvist. He's doing his best. I thought he was going to go around the outside, the old M&M tactics, but it didn't pay off. But as you said, Jamie, Philip Bostrom hanging onto the coattails strongly of Daniel Blomqvist here, despite Daniel Blomqvist being further up the grid earlier on. But they come out of the pits, they're close to each other, and Bostrom having a right old go here. Although I've just seen Daniel Holmer further up the road has picked himself up a drive-through penalty, so he won't be happy with that.
As is Tam Hamill in 22nd, Ryan. So Tam Hamill definitely not having a successful race given his pace potential tonight, Ryan. But yeah, I don't think we saw any drive-throughs last week, did we?
No, not that I remember. Anyway, Theg's night's work's done. Welcome to the stream and goodbye, Theg. Great to have you on board tonight and really do appreciate you joining us for some of your evening this evening. It's very much appreciated. Of course, we don't make people come and watch us. I mean, if we could, we'd have millions of people, but you have to do it of your own free will. And Theg has chosen to use some of that free will to spend it with us, Jamie. Isn't that great?
Well, an absolute hero, as always, Theg. Yeah, thanks, mate. Have a lovely evening with whatever you're off to do, Ryan. Olivieri
Question though, Jamie.
Refusing to pit. He's refusing to pit. Outright refusal to pit.
Just a quick question. What else has Theg got to do? We're in lockdown, can't go anywhere. So, what else have people actually got to do?
Well, the only possible thing I can think of is spend time with your girlfriend. Which, come on. Let's be honest. Come on now.
Olivieri's in, Jamie. He's made a mockery of your last statement and he's in the pits.
He's absolutely done me like a kipper there, Ryan, to be fair to him. Yeah, he has. But he's in, finally. Time will now tell whether he's done enough to make the overcut work on Jar.
We shall see. Another new follower, though, ALPKNTRC with the cheeky underscore. Welcome, Alp. Great to have you with us, joining us for this race. Our second race of Season 1, our very first ACC season, Assetto Corsa Competizione. And there's 22 minutes on the clock as we watch Philip Bostrom just holding on to Blomqvist, Jamie. He will not let him go.
He won't let him go. But unfortunately, we're going to have to let Theg go, Ryan. But I did guess correctly. He is being forced against his will, I imagine, to spend time with his girlfriend rather than watching the NoobGamerz stream. I mean, she often pops by. They could spend their time watching it together, couldn't they?
Yeah, exactly. What a romantic, with Valentine's Day coming up as well. What a romantic thing.
Oh, Ryan, this is close. Olivieri coming out the pit. Jar just on his left. This is so close. Olivieri is just going to do it, but Jar's gone around the outside of turn 1 right there, side by side. Tell me you're on with this.
Yeah, we're live.
This is about the lead, and Olivieri has jumped him. The overcut has worked by literally a matter of a tenth or so, Ryan. He's just held on to that position. Unbelievable work from Olivieri there in the pit stop phase.
Wow, he's obviously used that fresh air to his advantage. He did have to get through some of the back markers. But Abhishek Jha is trying to have a little nosy here. He's having a little snifter of the position. Jamie's going to try and go down the inside. No, not quite close enough. But yeah, this is kicking off at the top of this leaderboard.
Jha has obviously got those tyres fully up to temperature, Ryan. He's locked in on the grip levels. Olivieri just fresh out the pits. He's going to need a little bit of time to get up to speed on the new set of tyres. And he's under pressure straight away. That was an absolutely fantastic pit exit there from Olivieri. So close. The battle was amazing. I thought for a minute Jar was going to just absolutely yeet it around the outside and hold the position, but he just had to concede at the very end there, and Olivieri is there. But 20 minutes to go, Ryan, and this race could go either way, I think.
Yeah, certainly could. These two at the top. Gavin Baker, still one of the only people not to pit thus far. Still out there, 22 laps down with 20 minutes on the clock. But there is mandatory pits tonight, so he does have to pit. Literally, the rules tell him to. And Olivieri and Jar getting stuck in as another new follower joins the action as Brownie 250819994. I wonder what that number is. Does that mean you're born on the 25th of August 1994, Brownie? Because if it does,
Ryan,
I would advise you change that username.
whilst that's fantastic interaction with the Twitch fans, Ryan.
Oh! No,
Jared
they're
got the
stopped.
position back.
No, there's a car coming in between them.
Oh no!
Wow, they're
What's
waiting.
Olivieri
He's
doing?
waiting.
He's trying to wait. He's trying to wait.
That is very good,
Where's
although they're going to be
Shipston?
careful of the cars coming around the corner.
Shipston's coming, right?
Oh,
Shipston's coming.
in. Oh, my
He's at
word.
full speed. He's at full speed. I think he might get Olivieri. Oh, it's so close. But he's right on the back of him. Whilst you were welcoming our new follower, in fantastic stream etiquette fashion, Ryan,
Yeah.
you did unfortunately miss Jar making the move on the home straight on Olivieri, but then Olivieri just tap, as you did see, the little tap in the battle back, and what that's resulted in, Olivieri very graciously waiting for him, is Shipston now joining this battle for the lead. So we've now got a three-way battle for the victory of this race.
Exactly, with a couple of back markers thrown in for luck as well. So we can see Barto here and Shipston just in behind Olivieri. Barto needs to get out of the way. I think Olivieri is trying to make that point known. He's flashing the lights. He's trying to get around him as quickly as he can. And Barto does relent and gives up the position. Wow. But yeah, what scenes we've had here in the final minute. Well, the last minute, should I say, of that we all experienced together. And there's another back marker up ahead as Prescott's there and Abizak is in front of him. But the top three, Jamie, albeit with Gavin Baker yet to pit, are very close out on the track right now.
Yeah, Prescott holding up Olivieri here really inconveniently. He's right on the apex of every corner. Oh, this is terrible. This is agonising for Olivieri. Oh, and finally Prescott gets out of the way. But he does see Shipston coming through. I think Shipston, the gentleman that he is there, Ryan, was probably not going to go for the move there because he could see Olivieri being held up. We have seen Shipston, be sort of a gentleman racer before.
Yeah.
And we've seen Olivieri, of course, be the same with that little tap on Shah, then waiting for what must have felt like an absolute age, Ryan, for Shah to return to the track and keep going.
Yeah, exactly. Some people not too keen on the flashing of the lights for Olivieri. It is technically against driving standards here at the NoobGamerz.
So's brake checking them.
So's brake checking them as well, to be fair. Yeah, it's all against it. All against. So, let's all have some peace and love here, ladies. Don't worry.
Good sportsmanship all round, I think, there, Ryan, from all three of these guys.
Generally, yeah, the waiting I liked because, it was just a racing incident. They obviously want to race each other. They're here to race. We've seen winners of the past just, win by like 25 seconds and they've gone at the end, yeah, but I prefer to race. And that's exactly what they're trying to give us here, isn't it, Jamie?
It is, absolutely. I mean, Olivieri will be livid with himself, though, having made that humongous effort, that Herculean effort, Ryan, to get on top and make the overcut work. Just getting ahead and then messing it up, or getting overtaken by Jar, I should say, unable to defend against him, and now that's led to this, and he's now 3 seconds behind Ryan, and it's suddenly a different story trying to claw that gap back up, and he's also got Shipston on his tail.
Yeah, exactly. But big up to all of our new followers joining us tonight. We're up to 936. The road to 1,000 continues. So great to have you on board. And if you are tuning in right now and enjoying all the action that myself, Jamie, and the team here in the NoobGamerz studios are bringing you tonight, we'd really appreciate you dropping us a little follow to keep up for when we're live. And Jamie, if people haven't seen us before, when do we normally stream? Go.
Well, normally on a Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time, but we've recently added this very event that we're in the midst of now, Ryan, Mondays at 8 p.m. as well. And sometimes we even chuck in a cheeky little Saturday special, also 8 p.m. Always 8 p.m. That's the consistent bit. Yep. So regularly Mondays and Thursdays, occasionally one-off specials on Saturdays. So yeah, 2 to 3 times a week, Ryan, you can catch us. But if you can't wait that long, of course, what you could do is jump into the Discord, Ryan, get involved in a community of 1,000 other sim racing and also general sort of gaming enthusiasts, Ryan. There's all sorts of chat in there. There's help, there's advice, there's even some mentors to help get you better at racing or whatever. But yeah, it's not just that, is it? I mean, the other day you lot were sharing your Lego pictures. I mean,
Well, yeah. Do you want me to go and get my Lego? It's just up behind me here. If you want me to go and get it, Jamie, and show everyone.
Get it, mate. Which one do you want to get? Have you got a new one?
Yeah, I built. Let me just get this. This is the one
Right,
I've
go on
recently built. Here we go.
on.
Just standing. There you go. Little Lego Ferrari there. A little F40 for the viewing pleasure. A little built Lego.
It is little, isn't it?
So,
it is little.
Yeah. There you go.
Do you let your daughter help you build these things? Or?
Yeah, I did that one actually. It was what we did together on Sunday actually.
Oh,
so
well, that's quite
yeah,
nice.
there we
That's
go.
a nice story. It's nice.
Yeah.
The others, of course, she's not allowed to touch. But
Oh shit! I let genuine right. I'm gonna have to show
Yeah.
you this because it's.
Go
I
on,
let
go on,
I let
it's
her
interesting.
play. I've got two. Right. I've got two of these. Right.
go on.
I've got two of these. Obviously, we're racing them tonight. One of them's green, so it's going to be see-through. That's annoying. But
Yeah.
she broke. I don't know whether you can see that. You can't really see it, but she broke the back of it, and they went straight back onto the shelf. And I said, "Well, you had your chance, and now you've lost it." So
What, she's 3, right?
she's 3.5. She's got to learn.
Yeah, I just love the idea of you having the conversation with a 3-year-old. Look, love,
Yeah.
you've had your chance. You've made your bed. No, it's time to lie now, all
Yeah,
right?
exactly. You're going to break my
Owned
car.
Racing, jumping by Ryan, of course. Great friends of ours saying, great community. Great to share races with you guys. Well, thanks very much.
Yeah,
Always a
indeed.
pleasure. As Govia in 18th place, Ryan makes the move on P. Van Innis up to 17th.
Great move from Govia, getting the job done by my favourite racing name, Jamie, the team name, the Wildcats, of course. And they're
Oh.
always in it together, aren't they?
Dommy Joy, Ryan, also of the Wildcats in 10th place, Ryan, having a big old battle with Bostrom right in front of him for that 9th place, in fact.
Really good to see. We love a good old battle. Bostrom in the bright yellow car, whereas Dom Joy in the pink and black just in behind. He's going to have a little move down the inside. He's got a bit more pace here, Jamie. Although Bostrom knew the corner that was coming up next, so just tried to hold that inside to play the defensive move, and he does it well. So these two could be battling hard for quite a while, which is good to see.
Yeah, Bostrom in many battles tonight, actually. But, like we said before, makes for a more enjoyable race overall. 9th and 10th, nothing to be sniffed at in a 40-car field, right? So I'm sure both of them will be quite happy with this. Combative Mass in the chat, right? In keeping with the hip-hop / R&B theme of tonight, if Ja wins, you have to announce Ja rules in the interview.
Yes, exactly. That's what we like to see. But anyway, great battle here with Bostrom and Joy. As you know, we just love to see good
Does
battles.
it fill you with joy, Ryan?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Where's the Owned boys running? Who are the Owned boys, right? Give me some names.
Jamie, now you're testing me. There are
testing
lots. You are most definitely testing me. And there's 40 people here, Jamie. I'm trying to just decide who everyone is. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong? I thought.
T. Hamill.
Yeah, T. Hamill's one. I
He's
thought
had
Gavin.
a bit of a nightmare, if I'm honest. He's had a drive-through. He's down in 29th place. So he's not having the best of races tonight, right?
No, he's most certainly not.
He's
but-
just in behind. I know, and again, the game's screwing with me here. On track, he's just in behind George Gagea, Triple G squared, as I dubbed him last time. But the leaderboard not having any of that.
Yeah, I
So
don't
is
even
that
have
the
him on
thing?
my. Oh, I do. I have him on 16th place, George again. 16th place. Massive in
Okay.
that position. An old Mr. Prescott. Let's get on board with Prescott now. Oh, it's hard with so many people in this race. 26th place for Prescott at the moment. And he's trying to race and catch Mr. Corso. And he's just, it's sort of massively shaken out because of all the different pit stops, hasn't it, Jamie? So we've got drivers all over the place tonight.
We do have some battles for 23rd and 22nd, though, with a rogue Tigger Stew in between the two. So we've got Goodnight 11 in 23rd, Tom Bryce in 22nd, and a feisty Tigger Stew in between the two of them, who apparently is 21st. So no, okay, again, just the leaderboard screwing with me. He is in this race. He's not out of position. It's just not updated yet. So now it has. He's 22nd. Bryce is 21st. Good night 11, 23rd. So a three-way battle here.
Great three-way battle indeed. But yeah, no worries, Onid. And they just dropped us a lovely little follow as well, taking our tally further up. And Space Ninja, Jamie. I mean, obviously they didn't just do that because that would be mental. It's just message saying that he's donated $1,000. Imagine if that was true.
Thanks, Space Ninja.
Imagine
much,
if that
mate.
was true. That would be ridiculous, wouldn't it?
What an absolute ledge,
Yeah.
Space Ninja. Why is his name green? It's gone a bit, and on the text is green. He's doing something funny there. Yeah, cheers, mate.
Issues tonight. Took says, huh? It's broken. Yeah, not sure what's going on with Twitch. Are we back? Hacked, says Combating Mass. Maybe.
It's because we got
Maybe.
donated $1,000, Ryan. Twitch was like, huh? $1,000? Obviously not. So
Obviously
we're going to
not.
ban you immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Who would pay $1,000 to you, absolute clowns?
Exactly. Are we back live again? though?
11 gets shunted, Ryan. Yeah,
Oh.
we are.
Okay, good.
Good night 11 gets absolutely shunted off there, Ryan.
Yeah, it wasn't good for him at all. To get a
Come
little
on,
shunt.
back in the game. Getting on with 11th place, Ryan. Daniel Holmer. He's chasing down James Buckley for that 10th place, Ryan. Final top 10 position. They all want it.
Of course they do, Jamie. They're desperate for it. They all want a position. Because remember, in our leagues, every single position gets you at least 1 point. So it's literal points up for grabs for every single position, all the way down to the bottom of the grid. So, you know, there's no point in holding back with those final few minutes to go, Jamie. You might as well push as hard as you can, because that extra point could make all the difference.
It could. Big news, though, Ryan. Whilst we had our little Twitch meltdown for that 30 seconds or so, big switch at the top. Ja has been dethroned. Olivieri back in front of him, despite that little coming together we saw that looked like Olivieri was maybe out of this race. He's come back. He's closed that 3-second gap, and he's made the move stick, and it does look like now he's actually pulling away from Ja. Now, Ryan, are we seeing a repeat of last week? Ja pitting early this week, much earlier than Olivieri. Is he now starting to struggle for grip a little bit? We saw it last week with Revox from the lead, pitting too early and then being weaker and vulnerable on tyres come the end of the race. Are we seeing a repeat of this now?
I mean, it's a great point, Jamie. It is a great point. And there's 7.5 minutes to go, so I guess we're going to see how it pans out. But it could well be a repeat of last week with tyre issues of people trying to catch. But we shall see. Always back markers to go as well, Jamie, which does make things interesting, of course.
Back markers indeed, yeah. Ja closing back up, but Olivieri, Ryan, driving fantastic, you have to say, to claw that back and have a chance.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, it's great to see the top 3 at the moment of Olivieri, Ja and Shipston still holding strong, albeit that Olivieri and Ja are trading places. But Noah's here and he says, new gamers, finally clapping. I finally get to see another stream. Welcome back, Noah. Great to have you.
Good old Noah. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Fresh from the arch, Ryan. He's got all the animals in. He's paired them up.
2x2 was it?
Well, let's ask him. Noah, was it 2x2? Did you go for the standard sort of boring 2x2, or did you go for something a bit maybe like a 4-3-1 or something, a bit more inventive?
Bit more inventive, yeah. I mean, maybe he's got 4 peacocks, 2 elephants, and a duck. Just, he's gone, just mixing it up. Just mixing it up.
Going in there, Ryan, yeah. New species being created all over Noah's.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't get it.
Oh, Noah, come on.
Noah, Google
Sorry,
Noah's Ark. That's all you need to do.
Oh, I'm sorry, Noah. We're not teasing you, mate. Sorry. We just like to riff on random things sometimes. But Ja doesn't like to riff, Ryan, but he does like to make mad gains, Ryan. And he's pushing so hard on Olivieri here. This is going to go right to death. 5 minutes to go, Ryan. I really think this could go either way.
He knew what we were talking about. He's just like, oh, God, it's pathetic.
It's a good question. It's a fair question from Noah, to be honest. What? We often just end up rambling on weird jokes, but don't worry about it. It's all right. I
Anyway.
apologise.
Interestingly, though, British GT DLC, yes, we are very
Go on.
excited here in the Noob Gamers. We're so excited, ladies and gentlemen, that I believe Jimmy H Official is going to put on a cheeky Wednesday night race at some point in the near future,
Okay.
just to do a little bit of Alton Park. So, yes, stay tuned, join the Noob Gamers, get in the Discord, and keep an eye out for that because, yeah, I think we're all pretty excited about it. There's some cool little tracks being added to the game, which is good to see. And Jamie, if people did want to join the Discord and get involved with the racing, how would they do that, my friends?
They're going to pop on this link that I'm just popping in the chat right now. Give that a little click, Ryan. Although maybe it looks like your little bot is not working. Perhaps now.
Oh, that's weird.
It was working
a minute
earlier,
ago.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Switch playing around with us. But don't worry, yeah, this battle for the lead still going strong. Shipston in that absolutely classic third place has settled in again, Ryan. There he is. And Chris Okozie up in a very strong fourth. Revox running fifth, Ryan, but he's continuing his duel of the fates across this whole season with Daniel Blomqvist, who's right behind him. And actually, those two very, very close, Ryan. It's a battle worth watching, I think, this one.
Yeah, no, exactly. And just to confirm, I'm pretty sure it's this Wednesday that we're doing the cheeky one-off race in the Discord channel. As Jar tries to make a move down the inside, Olivieri has held the position on the inside, but Jar looks like he's going to go a bit quicker, Jamie, and he's got the move done. They're taking himself back into the lead with just under 4 minutes to go with this race.
I mean, do not rule out more positional changes before this thing is done, Ryan. These two have been yo-yoing all night. Walking the dog, spaceman, whatever, all the tricks, all the good ones. But don't discount this battle back here for 5th and 6th, so Revox and Blomqvist, Ryan. I'm loving this little sort of like nemesis factor, that's this storyline that's growing throughout the season between these two.
Yeah, Revox and Blomqvist love a good race, and they're at it once again for 5th and 6th, respectively. Let's get deep down and closer with Baker involved in 7th place, just in behind. So these three going at it, hammer and tong, for the final 3 minutes of this race. And Jamie, is anyone's guess how this one is going to shake out?
It's certainly anyone's guess, Ryan, but Revox holding strong so far, but under severe pressure. G. Baker, Gavlar having a fantastic race, Ryan. Been driving well, putting pressure on people all through the race, making some great moves, and he's got a chance here of a 5th place, which in a field of 40 would be excellent points haul. He's just got the small matter of Blomqvist and Revox in front of him to get past.
Yeah. Well, have you said to Gavin Baker last week, that next week, Gavin, you're going to finish just in behind Revox and Blomqvist. Looking at the leaderboard, he would have snapped their hands off. So, despite being in 7th place, he is up there with the big boys, getting stuck in tonight. That's great to see. Gavin Baker making his mark early doors on the Noob Gamers, and he's a confident top 10er, if not top 5er, Jamie, and Gavin Baker racing with these two well at the moment. Noah's asking we should add more voice channels. To be fair, Noah, there are already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's already 14 voice channels, which I think that might be enough. But we're always open to more. We're always open to ideas.
Yeah, no. What are you specifically looking for, Noah? Let us know, and we'll see if we can figure it out. If it's just sort of a general chat, there's the self-isolation one. There's just one called voice chat. You could just jump in as well.
Exactly.
There's plenty.
Exactly. But of course, we do like feedback, but at the same time,
absolutely,
there are 960 people in that. We also need to keep happy too, so plenty of people to keep happy. But yes,
you mean like a text chat? I think he means a text chat. Right.
Yes, that's off topic. If you want to go to other stuff, there's an off-topic chat, gear chat, there's clips and replays, there's all sorts in there. I'm sure you'll find your way around. Don't you worry. Noah would like them 2x2. Here they come. Here come the jokes again.
Let's not start that again. Come on, kids. We're all better than that. Ryan, back up the front. Olivieri.
Oh, sorry. Then we just had a little bit of coming together. Blomqvist going into the back of Tom Revox, and he's going to squeeze through as well. They're 3 wide going into the next corner, and it's Gavin Baker who gets all the way through. He does drop back out, but I thought he was just about to hold on to that position. So my apologies for overcutting you, Jamie, but this is getting tasty.
That is getting tasty, absolutely. Baker with the yeeting dive, the YOLO move down the corner there. Saw the issue with his 2 drivers in front of him, and it's actually ended up with Revox holding the position, but Baker making the gain on Blomqvist, and actually Baker looking very feisty, Ryan, but he's almost losing it, and he's going to lose that place there. Blomqvist with much better drive out of the corner, Ryan, and we're back to where we were a lap ago.
Wow, and let's have a quick check-in at the front because it is not any further away at the top with these two absolutely going for it. Martin Olivieri is craving that position. He wants it. If only we could have, 2 screens going at the same time so we can see 2 different things of the race. But we are on the last lap, so we have to stick with this leadership race for the top position overall, and it's Abhishek who holds on to it at the moment. But I imagine from Jamie's screens, there's all sorts going on back here as well as these 3 are going close.
It was the slip, sorry, from Olivieri, the little drift. I think that might be done, Ryan, unless there's a mistake from Jar. So we'll jump back down and look at this. But yeah, Baker lurking yet again, Ryan. He tasted 5th momentarily. Then he had a glimpse of 6th. Now he's back in 7th. But you can tell he's got that taste in him. He's hungry for it, and he's going to be putting the pressure on. But Blomqvist not giving up either, and Revox desperate to maintain that 5th position, and excellent points to take home. I mean, don't forget these two, first and second last week, so their points position in the championship will be in their mind. 5th and 6th, not quite as good, but still very solid points. So they don't want to have a big crash and end with nothing here.
Yes.
They're coming up on Tigger Stew.
I was going to say, there's a back marker here as well. Let's say, Blomqvist trying to hold on to that position. Revox at the inside. Revox and Blomqvist side by side. Baker just in behind, looking to take advantage of any mistakes. But it is Revox who comes out cleanest and holds on to that 5th position momentarily, with Blomqvist in the Baker Revox sandwich. And these 3 absolutely going for it, Jamie, in the closing stages of this race.
You're running out of breath, but I think that might be it, Ryan. That was so close, so many little opportunities, but they all held their nerve. And what a photo finish for 5th, 6th and 7th. Let's not forget the brilliant Shipton in 3rd, and Chris Okozie taking home a very quiet and understated but brilliant 4th position, Ryan. What a finish.
What a finish indeed. Yeah, we've barely mentioned Chris Okozie in 4th position. What a drive from him tonight. On board now with another little race to the death. And we're on board with James Buckley, who's trying to hold off Legionary Andrew Webb, as he's known. His team are setting off flares in the background there with his bright yellow car, but he tried making a little late dive early on and overcooked it, and has given the space to James Buckley, so he'll come 12th with Buckley in 11th. What else we got going on here? Govier as well, just making his way towards the end of this race. And yeah, Legionary's team, look at all those flares going off. They're absolutely going for it in the background, aren't they? What else we got, Jamie? Andy Wilkins making a drive home. So just lots of drivers just, slowly making their way back to the end of the race.
Great race, great race. Brilliant battle for the lead, the top 2. Brilliant battle for 5th, 6th and 7th, right to the death there, Ryan. Yeah, yet again, ACC and this brilliant group of drivers we've got in this championship have not let us down.
No, they certainly haven't. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for the racing. But stick around because we will be hoping to speak to the top 3 drivers tonight, who are Abhishek Jha, Martin Olivieri and Tom Shipston, bringing home the bacon in the top 3 podium positions. Beyond them, we got Chris Okozie, Tom Revox, Daniel Blomqvist and Baker, who had a monumental battle for 5th, 6th and 7th place. Just in behind them, Tyler Mullins, Daniel DeJoy and Daniel Holmer in 10th. Beyond the top 10, though, we've got James Buckley, Andrew Webb, Bleinshan, Omar, Bostrom, Govier, Innes, Wilkins and Cowie, and then 21st onwards gives you Bryce, 11, Foster, Corso, Barton, Prescott, Roughneck, 1, Hamill, Crinton and Cisco. And finishing out the grid tonight, we've got McDonald, Annis, Courage, Morga, Gibbert, Younger, Rowe and Young. There are a couple of drivers who didn't make it to the end, but to confirm, Abhishek Jha taking home maximum points tonight, Jamie. Well, we were, as we head over to the NoobGamerz bar to grab ourselves a much needed drink. Let's go. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the NoobGamerz bar. We made it. We got here, Jamie. What a race we had tonight.
We made it. We survived another one, Ryan. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, fantastic race. Again, we're spoiled with brilliant battles for the top positions as well as some of the lower positions, Ryan. I don't think there was a moment we didn't have a battle to go to. So, for me and you, that's all we can ask for.
It certainly is. Now, the big question, Jamie, obviously we've got a lot of new races tonight. And as we finish race, should I say. PMT Racing dropped us a cheeky follow. Really great to have so many new followers tonight. Keeping up with our antics here in the Noob Gamer Studios. But obviously, Shipson's going to be in the Discord because he's just consistent in everything he does. But is Olivieri and Jar there too, just out of interest?
I've got one of the two, Ryan. I got one of the two. Have a guess which one I've got for you.
I'm going to go for Olivieri.
You've got it. You've nailed it right. So should we get in shippers and then have a quick chat to Martin?
Let's do that then. So coming up next into the Noob Gamers VIP Lounge, we will be speaking to Tom Shipston, who once again mastered his consistency and grabbed himself a very well-deserved third place. Mr. Shipston, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hello and good evening to you. What a race that was again from you tonight. Just getting the job done when it mattered, hey?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a third place. I just don't like this track that much, but yeah, it was a good race.
Yeah, Tom, you're making a podium your signature here with your consistency yet again, just getting the job done. Was it quite a lonely race for you? You sort of had a decent gap either side of you in third for most of it seemed.
In some ways it was, although once the top two guys had just shot off into a distance because they were just in a league of their own, all my focus became focused on who was behind me and trying to keep a nice gap. So I couldn't let off at all. So it wasn't lonely and relaxing. It was lonely and a bit stressful.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I imagine with so many, drivers out on track as well, back markers are an issue. So, always got to keep concentration up, I guess, to, keep it on the black stuff.
Yeah. I mean, most back markers today were fine. There were a couple of close moments, but it all worked out in the end.
Great news, Shipston. So, yeah, well done again. Looking pretty good for the championship. Can you go, one or two better next week, do you think, and get that win?
Ooh, I do like Spa next week.
Okay.
So, yeah, hoping to have some good pace there.
I think that's the closest we'll get to fight and talk from Shipston, right? So I'll take it.
We'll take it indeed. No, well done.
Thanks,
once
mate.
Again, third place, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one. Bye.
So there we go, Jamie. Just the ultimate professional. Not even wanting to put the fighting talk in when it mattered. We literally put it on a plate for him to grab it, and he just went, we'll see how we get on. And that's what I like.
Well, he's a respectful racer, right?
Exactly.
It's what it's all about, yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, Martin Olivieri, he might not be expecting it. He was, of course, a late entrance to the racing tonight. But, hopefully he knows the Noob Gamers by now. And hopefully he knows we like to speak to the top three racers. So Martin Olivieri has just left the Discord. He obviously didn't get that memo. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Luckily, I got the feeling from Jamie's voice that had happened. I can't see it myself, but I went
my
for
mouse on his name, and I was literally went to click, and he disappeared in front of my very eyes.
There we go.
Don't worry. It was a fantastic race for the top two. I can see in the chat that they are both Jar and Olivieri congratulating each other on a fantastic race. Jar saying that was the most intense hour of ACC I've ever had. So there you go. A little bit of feedback. They loved it, right? They bloody loved it.
That's what we like to see. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's head deep down to the Noob Gamers Disco. Let's finish off the night strong with our fans behind us. And Jamie's also going to pick his driver of the day. Let's go, people. Whew, Jamie, crowd getting absolutely crunking in behind me tonight as the crowd go wild after they witnessed another exceptional evening out on the track with our second race of ACC. And Jamie, talk to me about tonight's antics. Go.
I mean, first of all, great to see you still got the pole installed right in the club, which is now a permanent feature, I think, of the stream. Yeah, fantastic race yet again overall, Ryan. I'm going to go maybe someone you're not expecting for driver of the day here. I could choose Jar, sure. I could choose Olivieri, sure. I could easily choose Shippers. I could choose Akosi. I could choose any of those boys, right? Of course I could. They all had great races. I'm going to go for someone that, just entertained me tonight. I thought they had some great battles, some great racing. They really went for it. to the max of their ability. Plus, they were driving a car that pretty much, I think, only one other person in the whole grid of 40 had, which, I love to see the alternatives. I'm going to go for Gavin Baker, Ryan, in the Ferrari.
Great shout. I mean, Gavin Baker got stuck in there tonight, didn't he? Had loads of fun scrapes left, right and centre all night long. So, yeah, very well deserved and a great race from him to, put on the display he did tonight. So well done to Gavin Baker tonight. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Your Monday night entertainment comes to a close. And genuinely, Jamie, so many new followers tonight getting involved. It's great to have so many new people on board, isn't it?
It's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, the hype for ACC is real, right? It's a great game. We're dipping our toes into its waters and we're enjoying ourselves a lot so far.
Exactly, we are. But me and Jamie will be back on Thursday night. It's Project Cast 2 night, 8 p.m. UK time for the second round of our Touring Car League. And believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, you want to be there. We've got a day-to-night cycle going on. All sorts of antics, which I'm sure will occur, and especially given, Jamie, how crazy last week was.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Project Cars 2, with the community, less about the game, but more about the community we've built up now over the last year or so. Yeah. It's just got to such a strong point. It's so competitive. It's such respectful driving that every single week we are just treated to a feast of racing.
We certainly are. And if you want to taste that feast and grab a full appetite of belly racing, get it all in that belly, eat it all in, lap it up. I'm going to keep going. Yeah. I'm going to keep going with this one. You can join us on Thursday night. I mean, we might even give them a doggy bag at the end, Jamie. So yeah,
bring it home, mate.
Come and join us on Thursday night, 8 p.m. Me and Jamie back live on your screens, bringing you all the action from there. But that's it for tonight. Once again, really do appreciate everyone who got involved in the channel tonight, whether you followed, subscribed, chatted, or simply sat back and enjoyed the action. We really do appreciate it. And Jamie, as ever, thank you for joining me in the commentary box.
Cheers, mate.
And here we go then. The disco is going to get proper locking now. We'll see you on Thursday. And if you're lucky, ladies and gentlemen, maybe Jamie, cheeky raid tonight. What are you saying?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Last minute raid, yeah, go for it then. Go for it. So you got someone lined up?
I haven't, but we've got a long enough outro. We'll get it sorted. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go raiding. We're going to go jump on board with another Twitch streamer. And we could be doing anything. It could be racing. It could be something completely random. Remember, hashtag NoobRaid. When we get there, let them know the NoobGamerz train has arrived. So yeah, stick around for the outro and let's go raiding. Come on, people. Anyway, as the community